I'm Sage, and today I'll be talking about one of the earliest and most well-known form of taxation in Philippine history. This is called Cedula, also known as poll tax. We'll take a look at how the Cedula was introduced, how it worked, and how it affected the lives of Filipino during different periods. Finally, we're looking about on what this old system tells us about taxation today and its importance in our society. In this presentation, I'll explore its historical background, its impact on every Filipinos, and what it teaches us about taxation today. Let us know what is tax or taxation. Taxation is how the government collects money to pay for its expenses. It's like the government's way of raising funds to cover the cost of running the country. The taxation during the Spanish colonial era in the Philippines was compulsory and designed to acknowledge Spain's sovereignty and fund the expenses of governance. How the taxation system worked. The system relied on a variety of taxes, typically paid by the people. The Cedula was introduced by the Spanish colonial government in 1884 as part of the tax reform. Its main purpose was to replace the highly oppressive tributo or tribute system, which had been in place for centuries. The tributo, or the old system of tax, this was a highly discriminatory tax that was primarily placing the heaviest burden among Filipinos. The Cedula, or the new system of tax. The Cedula was introduced during the Spanish colonial period around 1884. It was a poll tax, meaning it was a fixed amount paid by every adult Filipino, regardless of income or status. The Spanish colonial government imposed this system to raise revenue for the colony. It was used to fund administrative costs, infrastructure, and military expenses. However, it was also a tool of control. People needed their cedula to travel, to get married, or to conduct official business. The cedula had a mixed impact on Filipinos. On the positive side, the government was able to collect funds to support administration and public services. It also introduced the idea of documentation and personal identification, which carried into modern civil processes. However, many Filipinos, especially the poor, the cedula was a burden. It was regressive, meaning everyone paid the same amount regardless of how much they earned. For those who had a very little income, even a small tax was painful. Worse, those who couldn't pay could be fined or punished. It became a symbol of oppression, especially when the funds collected were used to maintain a colonial system that didn't benefit ordinary Filipinos. And now, we know the foundation and evolution of taxation in the Philippines. And today, taxation is more structured and income-based. We have the Bureau of Internal Revenue, or the BIR, and tax laws like train law that aim to make the system more fair and efficient. Unlike the Cedula's flat poll tax that hit the poor hardest, modern reform aim for equity, accepting low earners. But similar issues still exist. People question whether taxes are being used properly and whether the system is just. What we can learn. History teaches that taxation legitimacy depend on transparency and benefits to the people. Today, fair taxes build resilience nation, funding healthcare, education, and climate adaptation amidst typhoon. Taxation isn't just paying up, it's investing in our shared future.